was quite different than the first time we did. That was amazing. How you doing, Rashid?
Hey, grateful to be alive and present with the Be Hood family.
Be Hood Fellowship.
The fellowship.
I like that.
Ain't that the Be Hood Fellowship?
Oh, I like that.
I know, that's bad. The Be Hood Bistro, the Be Hood Fellowship. Yeah, I know y'all don't. Yeah,
Grits.
I'm talking about grits.
When them grits hit, them grits.
Yeah, we're doing the Be Hood Bistro. We have featuring a few chefs, a few chefs. Yeah, some chefs featuring the delectable offerings of Georgia Amaja.
Yeah.
And then Chef Lori Driscoll gonna come in here and do a little Be Hood Bistro. Hey, I might come in there and fix you a little oatmeal. Okay, yes. So just welcome everybody on in and on back. You know how sometimes when you go to church and the doors open late? Like you there, but they have two services and you gotta wait a little while for it to start. That's kind of like what it was this morning. So, but we are thankful that G Visible made it. You know, we won't even ask what happened, but I know it was a deep sleep. I know it was a very, very deep sleep. You feeling good?
Yeah, I am.
You all right? Yeah. But you hear how low his voice is? You know he was deep. Yeah. How you doing?
You doing good though. That was real. That was a good response, man. That brought me.
Wait, what'd you say, Jerome?
Reading and studying too late.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to go hard now.
Yes. Come on,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Study.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to see you.
I'm here.
And we were getting it going on, and we're learning how to do it so that you can study sometimes.
We got it here.
Yeah, we have it here. Okay, so here's a shout out today to the graduates from yesterday, the graduates that were honored yesterday in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
There were 3, I believe, that were honored at Mama Hills' place, and we have 2 that are here that we're honoring today. So, Kendall, we want you to come forward, and we want Michaela to come forward. Yeah, they're looking at me like, she called our name. Yeah, but
Kendall, she said, come here, Kendall.
well, y'all can sit there and don't get,
Listen to your mama.
Yes. And as you recall last week, well, first of all, we deal with the babies. We have Michaela, we have the Be Hood babies, we have Kendall, and we have, come on, celebrate y'all. Oh, they can actually see you, they can see you.
Come on, Kendall.
Come on,
You are cute. Come on.
Hey, congratulations. So you graduated, you guys graduated. You guys
haven't graduated yet.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't graduated yet?
They graduate on the 9th.
But hey, we might as well celebrate now. It's
Yay!
gonna happen, right? Yeah, so what grade you graduated?
5th grade.
5th grade.
Yay.
Hey, that's great. That's great.
Yay.
And I was telling Michaela that when I was in school, and Michaela reminds me so much of myself when I was in school. And my sister, we were in the same grade too. And I had another sister that was a year behind. Because our thing was not about, it's like you moved on when it was time to move on.
Yeah.
And that's the way, and that, especially at the Catholic school, they were there at the time. But now, it was just, I know the benefit of having my sisters around. Because I couldn't fight that good, they could really help me out. Congratulations.
What do you say?
Congratulations. Yeah. Boy, you rock 6th grade, okay? I'm gonna rock 6th grade. I'm going with Phil. I'm gonna
rock 6th grade.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna rock 6th grade. And on your way out, give this to Brother Keith Rice over there, because last week he got bananas. That's his birthday. He got bananas last week. So he gets a real card. It's a great card. It's a great card though. You should read the card though. Yeah. Because the card. No, you're gonna laugh when you see that card. That card is funny. Because the card is written for somebody's husband.
But it's touching them saying help.
Just the first part. Just the front. What does the front say?
It says, there's no other man like you, but
That was Baby Man.
she wrote baby in between those. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
love it, Mom. You know you.
Kiddo.
Hilarious.
That's hilarious.
You know, you special funny. It's another level of funny.
I know she was already tickled because she wanted me to read it out loud.
I don't know if they can hear
You already
it.
know. You already know. She was.
But when I saw that card, I was like, oh no, that's the one.
That's so funny.
There's no other man like you. I was like, baby, there's no other baby man like you.
That's really sweet. Thank you.
We love you. Yeah, we do. Yeah, and we're happy to have Caitlin Moss back with us.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna go, since we started a little into the hour, we're gonna keep moving, but you're gonna get a whole service. You know that. You're gonna get a whole service. You're gonna get it, and I wanna thank some people, but I'm not gonna start yet. We'll start. Did you notice that Naila Porter was back?
Yes, we did. Yes.
I noticed that light isn't on over there, just in case somebody want to get over there and turn it on. So, okay, I probably unplugged because of me. Okay, so name of this song is, I love this song, because this song is it's just a great song. You love it too.
Yes, ma'am. Come on now.
Is moving in my heart in a simple way.
Yes. Yeah.
I say love is moving in me in a simple way. Love is moving in my heart in a simple way. Love is moving in my heart in a simple way. Shining like the sun, warming up my day. Love is moving me on my way. Love is moving in my heart in a simple way. Love is moving in my heart in a simple way. Love is moving in my heart in a simple way, shining like the sun, warming up my day, shining like the sun, warming up my day, shining like the sun, warming up my Deep breath on that. Wow. Love is moving on my way. God and me ain't complicated. What's those words you said that right there, Reese? What you say?
Ain't complicated.
You said
God and me ain't complicated.
how it move?
In a simple way, moving and moving. In a point of a line,
In a simple way.
in a song of love.
In a simple way.
In a simple
In
way.
a simple way.
Oh, preaching.
In a simple way.
In a guiding hand.
In a simple way.
It helps my heart
In a simple way.
to understand.
In a simple way.
It heals me
In a simple way.
like the sound of compassion.
Simple way.
It's a comforter
In a simple way.
in a simple way.
In a simple way.
Oh, God in me.
Oh, the God in me.
Oh, the God deep in me.
Oh, the God in me.
Oh, the God in you.
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 God ain't complicated.
Ain't complicated.
Said it ain't complicated.
Ain't complicated.
Said it ain't complicated.
Ain't complicated.
God ain't complicated. It moves in me.
Simple way.
God moves in me.
In a simple way.
God moving.
Simple way.
God
In a simple way. In my heart. In a simple way. Love is moving in my heart. In a simple way. Shining like the sun, warming up my day. Shining like the sun, warming up my day. Love is moving me on All right. This is amazing. The tones here. It's the vibration. The frequency. Very beautiful. It's a great man that said, when you touch one thing with deep awareness, you touch everything. It was Tiat Nyat Han. Tiat Nyat. I always laugh, not because he was funny, but because the way I'm saying his name is probably right, as taught to me by the person that did my nails. She said, Tiat Nyat Han. I said, Tit Not Han. She said, oh, no. Tiat Nyat Han. Says, when you touch one thing with deep awareness, you touch everything. And that's about simple as it gets. So we just keep on walking, bringing our best, showing up for the highest and the best. And don't get too mesmerized with the world. You know, material world. The world is, you know, it is what it is, but there is something really great. It's our nature.
That's
You know,
right.
it is our nature. It is the nature of us. You know, we say a lot of times that God is within us, but I don't think we understand that it's our nature.
Exactly.
I don't think we
No,
get
that's
that
it.
it's our nature. We think that we gotta do these things to really prove to earn it, and to earn the love. But we are the love. The love has made us. The love created us. The love is an excellent system, and it's an excellent guide. And the love is our nature. It's who we are. You know. Short story. I was walking in the streets in LA are interesting. Sometimes they're smooth, and then sometimes they got cracks all over the place, and I just didn't see that crack. And I was just thinking to myself, I want a bicycle. I'm tired of walking. Boom, there I was, falling in the street, and I could feel myself falling. You know, it's like I'm falling. But that was really deep to really understand, to get it. I was like, oh, I'm falling.
Yeah.
You know, so I fell down in the street and kind of scraped my hand a little bit. But what I did when I fell, because when I fell, and my hands are very, very special for me. When I hurt my hands, it's a big deal. And my friend Estella said, you need to insure your hands. I was like, So anyway, I fell down. And this my left hand started burning real bad. And it was like really burning. But it wasn't no scrape on it, which was a gift. No skin was broken or anything, but the hand was burning. The hand, because it was, it broke the fall. But I felt like a copper. Like I felt better than I did the last time. So it was like I'm getting better at it. Eventually I'll just stand up. But anyway, so it was burning, and what I did was I reached for the grass. I just went and found some grass because the grass was cool. It was wet, and it just I just placed my hand there and became one with the grass because I knew the grass was going to suck out that heat that was building up. That whatever that was. Then and then when I got a scrape on this hand, but it wasn't. A scrape on anybody's body is a big deal because it's our body. It's our body. But I'm more like a girly girl. So if I get a little scrape, it's a big thing. You got some cowgirls, they get scraped. Oh, it ain't nothing. But for me, it's like, oh. So anyway, I came back and cleaned it out, had some colloidal silver gel that's really excellent. It's really, colloidal silver gel is good for bites, for inflammation, anything from insect bites, and it's good for cuts and stuff like that. Most people go to Neosporin and that kind of stuff. I do the colloidal gel. And it was like, I did that, put the Band-Aid on, then I put some ice, but it was like, what I got from that was like, I was like, this came to teach me something. Like, let it teach you something, but it was like a simple thing to put my hand on the grass because my nature said to do that. My nature said to do that. And that, it was like, that's in us. And sometimes dogs eat grass when their stomach is kind of like upset. They'll go eat up some grass and try to get some green in their system to move it on, But that was really deep. Later on, though, I had one of those coconut chocolate bars that Georgia got in there that they call Unreal.
And we can feel all bad.
And it really did. It did. I was like,
That's right.
but then we need to get rid of those.
By eating them. Hallelujah.
It's good to have young people around you. They help you die quicker.
Oh, wow.
I enjoy those
very same. We don't lift that up.
Oh man, yeah, we live together. Man, I was talking to a lady. I get into that funny thing sometimes. I was talking to a lady on the phone, you know, business call, like telephone people, and she would say, "Well, I'm glad we could get to you." I said, "I appreciate that. I got a live person on the phone." It's a shout out to Consumer Cellular. You talk to live people there. But anyway, AT&T, you never. Who is that? You don't never talk to no live people on AT&T. But Consumer Cellular, a lot of older people go in there because it's great. But anyway, the lady got on the phone and she was like, I was like, "I'm so glad you're here." I was like, because I'm 70 years old and every minute counts these days. And she just started laughing so hard. I said, I ain't got as much time as I used to have. But I'm making the most of my days. You know. Yeah. I really am. I don't really know what this life is about, but love. That's all I know it's about. I don't know. I hear 5th, 6th, and 7th, all these dimensions. I know love. I know God. So. So this song is, I think the name of the song is A Question. But I should have named it, What Is It You Know of God? In the heart of spirit daughter, the one who's truly free, is the way of great expression, a shiny destiny. She's dreaming with the moon and rising with the sun. Her life reveals the answers to questions as they go. A question posed by one is, where do you find the face of God? Where to find the face of God? In the rhythm hear the chanting in the old, to hear the song of life. The children, what is it you know about? Greater healing, greater living, greater joy. What is it you know about? Greater healing, greater joy. La 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 la. What is it you know of God? Greater living, greater loving, greater joy.
I like that song.
Yeah. Greater giving, greater loving, greater joy.
Never heard it.
You never heard this? Oh, yeah. This is from the From Within. That was the name of that CD. From Within. From Within is a good CD. I'm gonna turn this monitor up a little bit because I can't hear my voice that good. And I'm gonna do that. That might help me. Yep, that's good. Check one. Yeah, there we go. That's good. Yeah. Greater giving, greater love, greater joy. Yeah, from within. What'd you say? Can you give us a little bit from within? Yeah.
That's my jam.
Within, I let my heart begin to see eternity. From within, I let my heart begin to see eternity. Turn within, and now I can begin to see the face of God. Turn within, and now I can begin to see the face of God. Face of God.
begin to see
Ever present.
Yes.
All around me, it's within me, it's within.
That's such a deep song. It just, because there's the power that comes with knowing that your life living from the inside out, you know? So you're not seeing other people, places, and things
Yes.
holding your wealth,
Yeah.
you know? And it make you value a meditative state, and it make you value a thankful place. Just to have another day to come from that place.
Yes.
Praise God.
Yes. Thank you. So I think the Be Hood has changed. I think, just for today, I feel way more contemplative.
Yeah,
Y'all feeling that?
I'm with you, right? I'm right there with you on that.
You know, it feels way more contemplative. Rob McDonald is not here, and we bless him as he's on the road
Yeah, we
doing the
love you,
different
Uncle
things.
Rob.
And we're, so we decided we would do different things. You know, we have different ways of being together. And I think next week we might be you know, when we said we do it. So maybe I won't break it. I'll just wait for y'all to come on next week, see what happens.
There you go.
We're gonna tell y'all everything. Say everything. Yeah.
This is good Be Hood streaming.
Yes. Yes. It feels so good. It just feels good. You know. So we haven't done this song in a long time. A long time, like last month. But you know, when I went to church, they sang the same songs every Sunday.
Yeah, that's right.
They sang the song, they do the glory of the same glory of every Sunday, you know, and and all the songs they do them, and they did them without apology, you know.
That part.
One church I went to, another church, it wasn't like that. The other church, they used to be changing it up. I mean, they had their standards too. Yeah, that one, this one here. I got a telephone in my bosom, you know that. I'm gonna ring it from my heart. I got a telephone in my bosom. We're gonna ring it up from my heart. Ring it up, 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 up. I got a telephone in my bosom. That ain't quite as contemplative as that was in it. I think I just.
There's another one that's calling up and telling them what you want.
Oh, that was on the main line.
Yeah, the Spirit is on them. Yeah. See, at Friendship Baptist Church, they weren't singing that one. And the lady that sang, I got a telephone in my bosom, man, she was a short lady. I'll never forget this. And she had, her eyes got kind of crossed, you know, she had eyes that were kind of crossed-like. Little short little lady, and she was like, I got a telephone in my bosom. We were kids. We got it in a bosom. We were bad. We were so bad. I mean, I was the worst little girl in the world, man. You don't know Rickie is 6 years old. I wasn't. And my auntie was not at church. You know, sometimes parents didn't go to church. They sent the kids to church.
Right.
That's when they got a little time to themselves. You know, but they sent us to church. The family would show up for Easter and Christmas.
Praise God.
You know, you take your bath on Saturday night.
Yes.
Put on your patent leather shoes and hit the streets and you going to church, man. And here I got a telephone in my bosom. She was singing the mess out of that song. Yeah,
That's great.
yeah. That song, and all that stuff became something. All that stuff became something.
Yes, Lord.
You know, it becomes something in us. Yeah. You know, and for years I was waiting. Well, now let me not start talking about. Georgia asked for this song. What I like about this song is that it is about nature.
It
At
is.
the end, it's about nature because seasons change. Seasons change, and things are happening. People are getting older. We were talking about this when we were setting up this morning, Marshall and I, and about people who how time is moving on, you know, and how all these young people coming up, y'all coming up, you know, you're coming up and coming into your power, into your knowing. And so this song was written when my kids had gone off to college. Well, you know, one in particular, and had gone to New York, and I was messed up about it. It was very difficult. I remember when Macy went, you know, when she went to the East Coast, you know, and we have a lot of people graduating, children going, you know, the students going on, or they're going on to other things. Sometimes it's not to college, sometimes they're moving away. They're doing their own thing. But believe me, when you moved away, your parents missed you. You know, they missed you. And you know, they missed you. And when she moved, you know, I was like, you know, I was just messed up about it. And she, and Georgia said, she said, but Mommy, you're gonna take that and write a song. That didn't do nothing for me. I was on the phone. I'll never forget. But she wasn't being sarcastic at all. She was being real.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but I was kind of hurting over here on the other side. You know, she in New York and she's like, bam, you know, and I'm like, ooh, you know, I really missed. I wasn't like, but I was feeling like this. And she said, yeah. I said, oh, wow, just really do, you know. And she was like, oh, you'll take that and you'll write a song. And then that quickened me really quick. I was like, look at that, I'm gonna write a song. And I was like, well, actually, that's a good idea.
Now, did you write the song?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so I came home and I wrote this song. I wrote this song.
Okay.
I came home and I wrote this song. So the name of the song is As Seasons Change, but it will become very important to me on a lot of levels. And today we're talking about nature and our nature, and nature, the nature of this planet, the nature of the universe, our nature. You can play it with me. You played it with me before. I tried to write a song of truth. Thought it would be simple, but many days, like folks in pain, were heavy on my mind, and all that I know of life and love, as below it is above. A universe so good is guiding me. These things I know, but still I yearn to be one with all I've learned. And something in my heart says, try to give a smile. Make a friend, walk a mile and learn to stand. Learn to love what's good in me and sing as seasons change. Give a smile. make a friend. Pray a while and learn to stand. Learn to love the good I see and see as seasons change. Oh, give a smile, catch a buzz, walk a mile and learn to trust. Bless the sun and bless the rain, and bless how seasons change. Oh, bless the sun and bless the rain, and bless how seasons change. Seasons change.
That's a beautiful ballad right there.
You know what that song did to me for me? It's like when you're a little girl and you don't know what you're gonna grow into. You're just growing. You know, you don't even wonder so much. You're a little girl. You know, when they say, what do you want to be when you grow up? You know. And I just saw, I was singing that song and I was little Michaela. You know, that's who I was. I was Rickie at that age, you know. And I'm just thinking about, you know, all the things that happen that we would become who we are. All the seasons, all the falls, the winters, the springs, the summers that have been dialed into each of us that are here. You know, all the different things. Way over there in Joburg and way down there in San Antonio and Charlotte and all the places, Army Bradco, you know, and Watts and Detroit and, you know, the Valley, you know, all the places, but we're all going through these seasons. Every day we get a new day. Every day is a day. Every day we're changing. Every day. We're changing. And we're 10 years old and then next thing you know, we're 110. You know, we're 110 if we, you know, if we had that journey. And you look back on your life, you go like, wow. I don't want to look back and go like, wow. Like I just did singing that song. It's like, what a glorious journey. When we can find the joy in it. We can let it go. And like you say, take something out of it and make something good out of it. She said, you'll take that and you'll make something good out of it. Thank you, Georgia. Yeah. So what's up, Rashid, my brother? You got your mic?
No, I don't.
Yeah, you can use mine. I'm crying, so I think I did say you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, my sister.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I think Mercury's coming out of retrograde.
I didn't even know.
Tomorrow.
I didn't even know it was in.
Yeah, it was in retrograde, and I think after it ends on June the 6th. Today's the 5th, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and so I mean, all I want to say is that, oh my gosh, just when you think, you know, you're growing some muscles to deal with the challenges that come way, then the universe brings you so much more.
Yes,
You
yeah,
know?
that's true.
So, and the thing is, even as they are coming, we don't realize the muscles we have built.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, along the way.
Yes.
So, you know, the challenge doesn't fall as hard as it would in the past. And so I'm grateful that I'm given the strength to actually recognize them, and also to realize that, again, without being part of a family of friends and blood relations, I mean, where you can talk and discuss, I mean, whatever the issues and situations are, you don't make a breakthrough. And I'm grateful that I have I've made breakthroughs not only through conversations but through prayer and meditation, which is always, I mean, a great channel to connect with spirit, with the higher self.
It's a great technology.
Great technology, yes.
Yes.
And all the gifts that are downloaded, I mean, through that channel from the higher realms of our universe. So it's all about gratitude for me today.
Yeah, but and what you said about conversations and people to talk to, and the breakthroughs, and then the breakthroughs in your solitude, and your silence.
Absolutely.
There was a podcast that I was looking at called Man Enough. It's called Man Enough Podcast, and I wanted to put this up on the screen so you guys could see it, but I'm gonna find a way to send a little newsletter with this in it to the subscribers, or so that you can see it. It's called the Man Enough Podcast, and this was the Man Enough Podcast from October 25th, 2021, and Dr. Joy DeGruy was on. And Dr. Joy DeGruy was like access to respect. That was the name of it, access to respect. And she was talking about what respect means, and respect, and she took it to the Latin root of respect, being to be able to see and read is to come again, to so that I see you, like when you say I respect you, it's like I see you and I keep seeing you, I'm looking at you, I can see you. And so the whole thing was, the whole Man Enough podcast is for men to open, to help men to open. And they had shared on there that sometimes men don't share with each other like women do. Like, lots of men do, but a lot of men, when they get in pain, they just go to themselves and just close the door and like, I'm in my man cave and I'm in the cave of my,
That's absolutely true, and I was particularly grateful this week that I was able to connect with my older brother, who's in hospital, and we've had lots of conversations, and I just felt the bonding between him and I just, tightened, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity that sometimes it's usually when we're in a crisis of sorts, and we're calling out for help, and we don't know, we take for granted there are people, but then when you're in that crisis, those people are not there, and that's what happened with my brother. And I came there, with an open hand, and I'm so grateful that our bond has grown stronger as a result of that.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah. So I want you guys to praise God for that, and for all of us reaching out to when it's time to do that with our family. To not wait. This is the day. Access to respect. October 25th, 2021. It's really great. Dr. Joy DeGruy also wrote a book called Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome, and she talks about, just look at the podcast, and you'll know this is a brilliant woman. It was a brilliant interview, and at the end of it, because I'm looking at it and I'm just taking it all in, and at the end of it though, what we're doing here is the answer. What we're doing here is the answer. It's community. It's having a place where we can be together, we can speak together, we can sing together, we can celebrate each other together. That we can, go like, yes. Or like, oh my God. It's like some people go like, hey, we're gonna make it through, and we're gonna pray you through. So it's community is the answer. And here's a shout out to anybody who thinks who's been victimized by the world. And but I'm sure you ain't in the B-hood, so I'm going. I know you already know. If you're on this thread. What's happening in the B-hood? How's everybody doing? Anybody? Did anybody come on?
Yeah, the B-hood is there alive and well. In Facebook, we got Susan Lingo, we got Kimberly Powell, the Sisters That Care, and also on, that's on YouTube, and then on Facebook, we got the usual crowd over there as
Okay.
well.
Well,
So, yeah.
welcome, and everybody keep on coming in. Make sure you tell your friends, that we're here, because I think what we're doing is really important. Like last week, I listened to the stream from last weekend. There were a few sound things about it, but it was like it was such a beautiful devotional. If you go to 1 hour, 22 minutes, 1 hour, 22 minutes, we're gonna start sending it out. I'm talking here until somebody help me do it. We're gonna send out the song of the week, the song prescription, the prescription. God is my shepherd from last week that Georgia sang was incredible. It was just incredible. So if you go to last week and you don't want to look at the whole thing, or you've looked at the whole thing and you want to go right to that point, it's at 1 minute. It's in 1 hour, 22. Time codes are there. Go to 1 hour, 22 minutes. I listened to it every night before I went to sleep last week. It was like so comforting. It was just after my meditation, I listened to that. I was like, wow, this girl is singing. But the words, the feeling, it was just all great. So we're going to sing a song. Let's see. Oh, we haven't done this one in a long time. We haven't done this in a long time. We used to do it every week. We haven't done this.
What can be said? It's a story in my head about what I never had and what I never said. But I can sing a song the powers gave me. Helps me to be strong. Helps me to be free. When I'm walking with you.
Walking with God.
When I'm talking with you.
Talking with God.
Oh, when I'm praying with you.
I'm praying with God.
Oh, and God is all there is. Yeah.
Everything is God.
Oh, when I'm laughing with you.
Laughing with God.
Oh, when I'm singing with you. Yeah.
Singing with God.
Oh, in the arms of my friend.
In the arms of God.
If God is all there is. Yeah.
Everything is God.
There's a road, a journey we must take. Starts from within. It's just a step away. I can sing a song the Spirit gave to me. It helps me to be strong. And it helps me to be free. So now I'm walking with you. I'm walking with God. And I'm talking with you. I'm talking with God. When I'm praying with you. I'm praying with God. If I've done wrong, that really is. And everything is done. When I'm laughing with you. I'm laughing with God. When I'm praying with you. I'm praying with God. The arms of my friend. The arms of God. Give praise on their names. And everything is God.
pleasure and a joy and a blessing to be here.
Walking with God. Look, we're walking with a whole lot of people who help us, who help us do what we do, who share of their tithes, their gifts. Right, she give me some little music underneath, something. Something that sounds good. And so I'm just gonna read a few names, not many, and I don't have the Tithely names yet, but I know some of the people who give through Tithely, Sue Lingle, Linville, so many of you. I just want to thank you for your giving. It means so much to us. Patricia Soto, Rosalind Cobbs, Emily Thoreau, B.T. Taylor, Quinn Fontaine, Lulu Santos, Mickey Maxwell, Iretta Simpson, Alan Iran, Maria Spino, Joanne Long, Odessa Johnson, Angie Shire, Maxine Williams, Paulette Lucas, Laura O'Connor, Justine Linford, Darlene DeMille, Margaret Tahar, Terry Dean, bless you all, Penelope Williams, Rebecca Edwards, Lori Randall, Jerry Black, yes, Andrea Anderson, Veronica Thomay, Holly Payberg, Leslie McGee, Keith Finlayson, Karen Lynn, Suzanne Gray, Jennifer Berkeley, Sharon Fuller, Cynthia Chambers, Patricia Ngozi Williams, Naila Porter, Edith, I don't have you read, but thank you, Edith, you know who you are, Marquita, Reverend Marquita, Jane Galloway, Shauna Hawley, Lona Elias, Ananda Lee, Kiana Smith, Ansela Byers, Nia and Dwelly Grant, Allison Gonzalez, Kim Edamwanyi, Janice Marie Robinson, Diane McDougall, Mashariki, Christwell Muhammad, Destiny Harper's from the Hood, Reverend Skip Jenny, June Cravens, Andrea LeClaire, Alcyone Frederick, Pamela Daly, Angela Barton, and there are so many more names that we don't have included here, and I'll mention your names next week, but I want to thank you. Marsha Holmes, I mean, some folks just, you give, and we appreciate your giving. We appreciate your thinking of us, and because it means something. That means we can do this, and that means we can share. We can share with the children yesterday who received scholarships, who received their gifts, and it meant a lot to them that we were able to give something toward that we can give and say thank you. We can share, and we can pay our musicians, and we can do whatever we want to do. And we're just thankful for the ability to do it, to share with the Anansi workshop, and other great gatherings of people who depend on tithes to do what they do, and so it's community, and we're here for each other. And if you've never given, there are ways to give there, and if none of those work, then you can mail a check. There's all kinds of ways to do it. Go to RickieByars.org, and you can find out the way to do that. Or you can find it there too. All right, so y'all all right over there? Come on.
Just making space for the guys.
Yeah, I see. So, y'all sitting down now, so we got Wap That Beat sitting down.
Yes,
Y'all don't want to stand up and sing at all?
Sure. We can. We can stay. We can stay.
Go, let's stand on this one.
With the wild
Okay. Okay, I'm good with this.
Of
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me know that love is all around.
Let me know that love is all around.
Oh, let me know that love is all around.
Let me know that love is all around.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me learn from all the ways I've gone. Let me know that love will heal us all. Let me walk each day a little while. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me serve in a holy, holy way. Let me share the good that's overflow. Let me share the good that's overflow.
Let me care for those around the world.
Let me care for those around the world.
Let my steps reveal the Father.
Let my steps reveal the path.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy way. Ooh, that's a jam. Caitlin, you hitting the drums over there, baby. Yeah, no, look, Caitlin say, why can't you play? So, I want to.
That song has
Oh, yeah,
direction.
there's something I gotta share with you. We didn't get the card up because some things we were working with some challenges this morning. But I will, and maybe some of the singers, I don't know if they're gonna go with me, but I will be performing at the Allensworth Historic Festival next Saturday. and that is happening in Allensworth. Allensworth, you should look up Allensworth. Allensworth was the first township that was founded by African Americans. Colonel Allensworth, you know about it now? You look, come talk on the microphone.
No, you go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just at Colonel Allensworth State Historic Park.
State Historic Park, and it goes from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Buses will be leaving from Baldwin Hills, Crenshaw at 7:30 a.m. So there are buses that are leaving to go up there. If you want to participate and want to go, you might not want to drive up to Allensworth. Allensworth might be about an hour and a half from LA, but I want to go because I want to see the township. I want to see the possibilities there. I know how things get marginalized and broken down and rezoned, and a lot of times you don't have the services and stuff, especially when you have a town that's
Starting
founded.
route to Allensworth.
Okay.
Sorry, she already on.
Already on it.
No, she's ready.
She's ready to go.
She not playing.
Where's that, Michelle? Where is it?
Do not procrastinate.
It's 2.5
Do not
Oh, it's 2.5 hours.
On the scene.
It's 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours from LA.
Going north?
But it's going kind of north, sort of, but it's going toward the Bakers, kind of like
Okay. Yeah.
toward, but it's not like Bakersfield. It's not that far, but
Okay.
it's in that direction. So it's going to be worth it though to see us, but and all to hang out and just to have to be in support of this festival.
Yes.
So for more information, let's see, Allensworth Historic State Park Festival. Okay, is there a .org there on the thing?
Let's see, we have what's more info on here. You can find the information at oigc.org.
OIGC.org.
Yes.
OIGC.
And the annual Allensworth Juneteenth celebration, that should pop right on up.
Okay. Oh, I got cash. Okay. OIGC. You won't forget I got cash. OIGC.org to find out what's happening there. Don't forget to check out the Man Up podcast, because it's Man Enough podcast, because it's really strong. Don't forget that Georgia's singing beautifully at 1 hour 22 minutes from last week, and we'll see we'll see what the song is of today, or just a song that we can refer you to. But in any event, I want to thank everybody for being with us in the Be Hood this morning. It's been beautiful. It's been beautiful. And so it is, amen.
Blessed always, for the arms
all continue to think about the earth, to think about the soil and what we put into it. Think about using less plastic. Think about honoring our earth and honoring each other. It is our nature to love. Let us return to love and find our way. So for this and so much more, we give thanks and we allow love to be. And so it is.
So it is.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Amen.
Amen.
Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God.